During the early years of World War II, Japan was seen as an invincible empire. Protected by vast oceans and a powerful military, the Japanese people and soldiers believed their homeland was safe from enemy attacks. Tokyo, the capital, was considered untouchable by any foreign forces. This belief was fueled by strong propaganda and early military successes that expanded Japanese control across the Pacific. The notion of safety was deeply rooted in the Japanese psyche, creating a false sense of security that would soon be challenged by a surprising event: a lone American bomber flying over Tokyo's skies. The American B-17 Flying Fortress was a symbol of strength and technological advancement. This bomber was heavily armed, capable of flying long distances at high altitudes, and had earned a reputation in Europe for its durability. Initially, the B-17 was not expected to play a major role in the Pacific theater. However, the realities of war shifted plans, and the bomber became a key instrument in showing Japan's vulnerability. When a B-17 appeared over Tokyo, it shocked the Japanese military and civilians alike, shattering the myth that no enemy aircraft could reach the heart of the empire. Before this moment, the most famous American air raid on Tokyo was the Doolittle Raid in April 1942. Though the damage was limited, the raid was a psychological blow to Japan, proving that the mainland could be attacked. However, the planes used in the Doolittle Raid were smaller B-25 bombers launched from aircraft carriers, making the flight path and attack unique. Seeing a B-17, a much larger and more powerful bomber, flying deep inside Japanese airspace was unprecedented. This event marked a significant escalation in the air war over Japan and forced Japanese soldiers to confront their vulnerability. The specific B-17 bomber that flew over Tokyo was on a difficult mission in the Pacific. After sustaining damage and running low on fuel, the crew made a daring choice to press forward toward Japan instead of retreating or ditching in the ocean. Navigating hundreds of miles of hostile territory, they faced immense risks from enemy fighters and anti-aircraft defenses. Their successful flight over Tokyo was a testament to their bravery and skill, but it also exposed serious weaknesses in Japan's air defense system, which had limited radar coverage and slow response times. Japanese soldiers stationed near Tokyo were stunned when they saw the bomber in the sky. Many had never witnessed an enemy aircraft so close to their homeland. The sound and shape of the B-17 were unmistakable, and anti-aircraft crews scrambled to engage it. However, the bomber was flying at high altitude and out of reach for many defenses. This moment of helplessness caused confusion and panic among the soldiers, who realized their homeland was no longer as secure as they had believed. The psychological impact of this event rippled through Japan's military leadership. This realization forced Japan to reallocate military resources to defend the homeland. Troops and equipment that could have been used on the front lines were diverted to strengthen air defenses around major cities. While these efforts helped, they also stretched Japan's already limited resources thinner. The B-17's flight was a warning sign that the war was shifting, and the Allies were gaining the capability to strike the Japanese mainland directly. This shift had a significant effect on Japan's military strategy and morale. Within 2 years of this event, the United States began deploying fleets of B-29 Superfortress bombers designed specifically for long-range bombing missions over Japan. Unlike the B-17, the B-29 had longer range and greater payload capacity, enabling massive bombing campaigns that devastated Japanese cities. Tokyo became a primary target, suffering from relentless air raids that destroyed vast areas and caused tremendous civilian casualties. The B-17's initial flight over Tokyo symbolized the beginning of these intense bombing campaigns. This event marked a turning point in the Pacific War. Japan's belief in its invincibility was shattered, and the war's momentum began shifting decisively toward the Allies. For Japanese soldiers and civilians, the war was no longer a distant conflict, but an immediate and devastating reality. The lone B-17 over Tokyo did not win the war by itself, but it changed how Japan understood the nature of the conflict. It became a symbol of the shifting tides, the growing power of the Allies, and the vulnerability of even the most formidable empires. Looking back, the flight of that lone B-17 bomber over Tokyo stands as a powerful reminder of how one bold act can alter the course of history. It was a message of hope for the Allies and a warning for Japan. It revealed the changing nature of warfare, where technology, courage, and strategy combined to overcome previous boundaries. The event encapsulated the psychological and strategic transformations that defined World War II's final years, shaping the outcome of the conflict and the future of the Pacific region.